Alrighty then. let's get stuff on the road. That in. Let's lower that volume just a bit. And it'll be good. Alrighty. Yep. Alright, well, as some of you might have noticed, I didn't stream on Friday. So, I decided to make it up with a late night stream tonight. Let's get right to it. Now, I did play a little bit between Wednesday and now. I didn't do any of the quests. I just built up around the town a little bit, which I'll show you guys in just a minute. So, yeah, let's... Not much else to say. Let's just dig right into the game. Alright, so first off, you can see that I moved the wheat field. It's now over here, as are the rest of my fields. So I've got the sugar cane sitting here. And I've got this one prepared for the final seed. In the process of getting enough spoiled soil, I also got a few tomato seeds, so I put them up there, but we're not quite at that point yet. And then, of course, the lettuce is now over here, so I've got this big, wide open space. So, all of this, and I spent some time with good old Wrigley, getting rid of most of the spoiled soil. So now almost all of it is just regular earth. And then you got a little bit of actual grass right here, which I'm probably going to eventually make most of this grass. And then you've got this, which is my little medicinal herb farm. Doesn't always give you the leaves, though. I made some personal homes for these guys. I greatly expanded this area. And then this is a private area for Malroth and I, so it guarantees us that I won't have to go looking for a bed, because nobody's going to use nobody's going to walk into this room but Malroth and I. And I greatly expanded the kitchen. So one of the issues that that you tend to run into is if you notice over there, just underneath my health, you've got the base level, which is max right now. I leveled it up twice since we got around, just because I was sitting around with the farmers collecting hearts. When you leave the boundary, the base level goes away, but the hearts remain. Anywhere you're in that shows the base level bar is considered inside the confines of your base. And if you have a room where the edge wall is technically outside of the base, your residents will not do any automatic work. So by that I mean things like, if I had this wall at the very edge of the base, these guys would not automatically cook stuff. Which is what Saffron and Lillian can do. So, yeah, see, they can cook stuff. As long as I put raw ingredients in the chest here, they'll cook it up for me. But, before that, or if I've got it right on the edge, they won't do anything. Same thing with farming. If the edge of a fence is up against, it is technically outside of the boundaries, they won't even till your farm, which kind of sucks because you know, I like having the edge there to maximize the use of my space, but as you can tell, it's a little difficult to do that. But I mean, technically I could just remove the wall there, but I use it to mark the initial building, and then I'm too lazy to take it down once I finish. So, that is, oh, the heck? I didn't realize that I still had a little bit of spoiled soil. Alright. Well, sucks. Hi guys! What are you all doing in the bar? Not sure what's going on here, but I'm gonna leave. Oh, another thing I did. I ended up finding some pure water. So... Hey, Onus. Yeah. Clearly, it's a coven. Typical of farmers. They gotta have their good old coven groups. But yeah, I got some pure water. For most things, pure water doesn't affect much. But later on, when you go back to the main hub, there are a couple of plants that won't grow in dirty water. Okay, so let's talk to Rosie. Alright, Sari. Let's plant those sugarcane seedlings. I already got you beat there. Master Pastorel! So, my apprentice, you wish to know how to grow sugarcane. The secret is to plant them in a field that is fully submerged in water. Simply place a scarecrow within the water as you would for any other field, and plant the seedlings around it. I see. So that's why you sent Sari to collect the bottomless pot, so that she can, when she, English, so that she can pour the water on our new sugarcane field. I shall train young Rosie in the specifics. Should you wish to know more, I suggest you consult with her. Come on, Sari, let's get started. Make an underwater field. Plant some of those sugarcane seedlings in it and wait for them to grow. You mean all of this sugarcane? Sari, look! Our sugarcane has sprouted! It looks like you've just got the hang of making fields and water. Just as I expected from our resident builder. Maybe it's my imagination, but this sugarcane already smells so lovely and sweet. I bet we could make some really delicious food out of it. And not only that, I could stick a piece of... I could stick a piece up my nose and enjoy this wonderful sweet smell every minute of every day. You would be better served by sleeping with sugarcane seedlings in your ears. Come the morning, you will find a pair of fully grown plants sprouting from your nostrils. I jest. Don't put your nose out of joint. Well, now that we know how to grow sugarcane, we can plant as much as we like. And best of all, we don't have to spend time watering it. We've got 3 types of crop on the grow now, but we still need 2 more. If I find out where... Wait! That's Rosa speaking. If I find out where to find any more seeds, you'll be the first to know. Alright. First off, let's go take a nap. After I deposit some stuff. Let us bring the hammer down. Because I need to bring everyone over here. Oh god, this girl. Oh god. Yo, Sari. What's up? Huh? You reckon I look kinda tired? Like, worn out? Look, I'm totally stoked that the farm's coming along so well. These fields and crops and stuff are seriously lit. But the whole place stinks like a baboon with BO. I have to, like, hold my breath to stop myself blowing chunks in my own mouth. Can you help me out, fam? Like, build us some kind of bathing building or whatever? I know you've got mad skills. Can't you scribble up a blueprint for a bathroom and then build it? But a basic bathroom isn't enough. For a girl like me, you gotta finesse the place. Make it super stylish. I don't care where you put it. Just lay that blueprint down. Wherever you think looks cool, okay? Resident Valley girl up to her antics. Alright, you can lay the blueprint anywhere you like. If you prefer to move it elsewhere, press minus while standing over it and choose the option to remove. I wonder. Alright, that has been placed down. And now that the blueprint's been placed, I can go over here, and in the crafting menu, it will not highlight the things I need. did before. Do I have to go into the menu? Might not do it for non-mission or non-main mission blueprints. Okay, so I need some sconces, drapery door, floorboard, softwood, stool, pot, bathtub, washtub, chapel rail, and cloth sacks. Oh yeah, see. Now that I've looked at the blueprint, it actually shows me all the things I need. I have too much purified soil now. I have no spoiled soil. And I'm gonna have to go break some trees down too. Oops, wrong one. Dark wood on the other side. That's all the proper wood. And that's not what I wanted at all. So what's left? The sconces, pot, bathtub, washtub, rails, and sacks. Okay. Oh, I forgot that I made. Forgot that it actually counts as a room because I had the thing all closed off. Alrighty. Go find some trees. And soil. There we go. Alright, so I'm going to need a lot of wood. So let's just get rid of the forest. Oh, Nara has that one. Oh, I also realized I didn't show. So this is the overview of the entire map, the entire boundary of the base. So there was actually a fair amount that was outside of the bounds of the not outside the bounds, but it would have been difficult to build on it because it was off-center, it was multi-levels, and I like things to be very flat, so I raised the level of everything inside the boundaries and just made it mostly flat, with the exception of the D-tree area. So, basically, where my cursor icon is now was where the original edge of the upper level was. No. What was I... Right, I was doing some crafting. Post. And now, actually, something that probably would help is stairs. If I had some stairs, I wouldn't have to do a roundabout jump. Also, let's just even out that section. Make it easier to walk over there. And there we go. Now I have a way out. Alright, where's the remainder? Okay, so it's above the wash bin there. And that's the only thing left. Alright, so I have completed the bathroom. Everybody get out of the way. OMG. The bathroom's just like you drew it up. Thanks, fam. Now everyone can scrub off the dirt and grime they're covered in. And most importantly, start to smell a little less grody. I'm gonna have a bath, like, every day from now on. I hope you don't try to peep on me. Tee hee hee. Hey there, Tiger. No, but seriously, don't do that. It's way uncool. Don't even think about getting any shady ideas, because if you do, I'll get Malroth to beat you to a pulp. Ha ha ha. Yeah, I mean, this girl was, seriously wanting a bath. Ah, Sari, our farm grows more splendid by the day. I know that I've become something of a father figure to you, and I'm proud to have you as a surrogate daughter. But you still have not yet seen your full potential, my girl. Not only could your building skills grow even greater, but so could ours. I suggest you speak with our residents and aid them all in whatever way you can. They may only have gratitude to offer you, but what could be better? For you can pour that appreciative energy into the Builder's Bell, thus improving our powers and summoning new allies to our aid. Now go, Sari. Ask our fellow townspeople how you can help them, fulfill their requests, and ring the Builder's Bell once more. Heckling Hawkman, Sari! You did it! You rung the bell and increased everyone's building ability, even mine. Mine too. From now on, you can leave all the tilling, the watering, and the planting to us. Excuse me, Sari. I don't know if you recognize me, but I'm one of the farmers who came here when you first rang that bell the first time around. I know we said we wouldn't be renouncing our views regarding the children of Hargon, but we've changed our minds. We don't care one bit for the children of Hargon now. We're gonna be builders instead, like you. Rummaging rat skulls. Rat skulls? I don't know if he's trying to say rascals or rascallions. He has invented a new phrase. Rummaging rat skulls. That's brilliant news. And it's all thanks to you, my girl. You're the one who brought building back to the island. Actually, Sari, there's something I've been meaning to discuss with you. Thorowfield Farm grows by the day. All these people require guidance, leadership. What our village needs, my girl, is a mayor. And who would be better suited to fill that role than yours truly? Ho ho ho. You needn't say a word. The smile on your face speaks volumes. It's settled. I hereby award myself the official title of Mayor of No way. I'm not having it. But Malroth, the only thing you're fit to lead us in is who's got the most feral facial hair. Besides, what kind of leader picks themselves? Where are your fanatical followers? Where are the zealots clamoring to give their lives in your name? Give it up, Beardy. He barges in out of nowhere, completely uninvited, and worst of all, he's right. But I shall not give up. You have done your part in improving our village, Sari. Now I must do mine. Earn my place as its rightful ruler. Sari. Everything's coming along so well. The sugarcane's growing nicely, everyone's improving as builders, and we're making great progress with Pastor Al's requests. Hmm? Look, something's happening to the D tree. Wow, the D tree just grew even bigger. Wahaha! Well done, everyone! The combined life force of all the plants we've grown has taken the D tree to new heights. Your efforts have awakened a new power within the D tree. The might of creation is more potent than I had anticipated. A new power? Soon enough, it'll be back to the strength it had before the children of Hargon destroyed it. Speaking of which, where did the original D tree come from in the first place? Did it just sprout out of the ground one day or what? You know, Malroth, I've been thinking this for a while now, but you act all rough and tough, but you're actually a pretty deep thinker. The only thing I ever think about is where my next cabbage is coming from. We're not done yet, Sari. We still need to grow 2 more different crops. When we've done that and the G tree's back to full strength, we'll be safe from the ill wind. So let's get to it. Alright. Hello, Sari. I must say, ever since you brought us to your farm, life has just been one surprise after another for me. Everyone is growing crops and indulging in the fruits of creation with great big smiles on their faces. Does nobody respect the children of Hargon? Really now, Saffron? Are you still pretending to hate building? You're not fooling anybody. Oh, you're right, Lillian. It's true. Seeing everyone growing these crops is making me hungry. I want to make something to eat. Sari, I have it on good advice that if you put wheat on a bonfire, it turns into something rather delicious. Oh, please, Sari, won't you make some bread for me? I'm ever so hungry. Sure, already did. Goodness me, Sari, did you really bake a loaf of bread? The High Priest Hargon will surely strike you down for such a sin. Although, could I? Honestly, Saffron, Sari went through all that trouble to cook you a meal, and this is how you thank her? I'm sorry about my sister, Sari. She's very grateful that you made us this loaf of bread, and she would be even more grateful for a little taste. May we? Have my bread! Thank you! Finally, something to quell the thunderous rumbling from our stomachs. I'm sure you can make all kinds of delicious dishes from the vegetables you have growing here. If I were a builder, I would try putting anything and everything on a bonfire. Who knows what wonderful new meals you might invent. Here, take these, for the bread. Sari obtains 3 wheat seeds. But I'm afraid that I cannot offer you any more assistance than that. I cannot abandon my faith in the children of Hargon so easily. Oh, almighty Hargon, spare me your punishment, I pray. One day, I shall see the builder's works reduced to rubble. You have my word. Alright, lady. You do you. I'll do me. Thank you again for baking that bread for me, Sari. It was ever so delicious. Actually, you see... Really now, Saffron, what are you mumbling about this time? If there's something you want Sari to make for you, stop wasting her time and say it. I like the dynamic that the little sister is the one who's very much in control and has no problem speaking her mind. What my sister is trying to tell you, Sari, is that ever since you made us that bread, we have become rather enamored with the idea of doing some cooking ourselves. If we had a special room to do it in, just think of all the incredible meals we could make. Wouldn't that be just wonderful? Sari, if you could be so kind, could you build us a room with a chest, 3 sacks of wheat, and 3 bonfires in it? Oh, and 2 stacks of firewood as well, please. Oh my, Sari, it's wonderful. It's just what I've always wanted. Sari, I... Honestly now, Saffron, if you have something to say, just come out and say it. Sari, I want to use the kitchen you made. I want to cook. If you would be so kind as to put any ingredients you find in the chest, we shall make meals of them. But we're not builders like you. We can't invent new recipes. We can only copy the meals you've made. So I would urge you to experiment and come up with as many delicious dishes as you can. We'll put all our creations back in the chest in the kitchen. So if you're ever feeling peckish, have a look inside. Alright. So normally I would have to actually go through the process of doing all that, but I already made myself a kitchen last stream. Okay, let's see what Clayton says. Hello, Sari. I see you've been sinning at a remarkable rate lately. Since you show no signs of wishing to repent, perhaps you might do me a favor. I'm sure my fellow residents and I would be glad of a tiny room with a pot and a towel rail in it, if you take my meaning. What's that? Why a tiny room? Would they not be more pleased with a larger one? It's a little different to relax and do what must be done if one is sitting in a wide open space. I really think the room should be as small as possible. So to reiterate, that's a tiny room with a pot and a towel rail. Build that for us and we'll all be able to, well, you know. Alright, my dude, I will build you a crapper. Grass fiber. I am missing grass fiber. Did I really use all of it? Pardon me. Gotta be some around here somewhere. Perhaps in the barn. Out of my way. I mean, there's some reasons. Not the ones I'm looking for, though. That said, they did grab a lot of things that we can use for cooking. And I would be glad to utilize it. Alright, you guys got a lot more to cook now. I guess I need to go find some grass fiber. Realized that I was almost out. Oh, that's why. I have plenty of dry grass. I don't have grass fiber. Where can I get grass fiber from? I don't actually clearly remember. Okay, that's more dry grass. That is a whopping nothing. Oh, you know where it probably is? It's probably in the bog. Probably growing there. Yep, Yep. There it is. Grass fiber is in the little corn dog plants. Yeah, it's co-op online, but you have to go through a fair amount of the game in order to get the ability to do the co-op. If I remember correctly, you get the ability to access co-op after you do the desert island. But the co-op only applies to the main island. So you can't go to any of the other islands while in co-op. Yeah, it's really limited. If you if you both have the game, it can be fun to go in co-op and kind of play around in the main island with your buddy. And the main island is the largest island. But yeah, you're pretty much limited to that island. Now, if I recall correctly, in co-op, you can do pretty much all the things that the host can. Now that I built the blueprint, I'm actually going to get rid of that. Because I didn't want it in the first place. I like me my boxy buildings. I'll shift over the stairs. Actually... let's make it one more row long. I will have to shift where the fence is. There we go. That doesn't quite work. So put the... yeah, I'll put the fence on this side so it's not in the way of the doors there. I didn't want to put away the stairs yet. Okay, now that I got that, up. And I need to make a couple doors. Oh no, that one does work. But I'm gonna shift it over this way a little bit. Not the prettiest solution, but now make the crapper a little bit bigger again. Oh, thank you, Sari. You've no idea how long I've been waiting for a room like this. I can't tell you how hard things have been trying to sneak out into the wilderness to answer the call of nature in private. Especially with all this cabbage I've been eating. Just the other day, I hid behind a tree to unburden myself, but just as I had, you know, with my britches, I saw that Rosie's eyes were fixed upon my him. I beg your pardon. What exactly am I talking about, you ask? Are you really going to make me say it out loud? It's what people make after they've had something to eat. Why not try it for yourself? Have a nice big meal with plenty of fiber, and then after a while you'll find your new room comes very handy indeed. Oh, and by the way, the pot will probably start to fill up after a while. Perhaps there's some way you can make use of that matter. Yes, it's exactly what you think it is. Hello there, me handsome. I heard something interesting from Malroth, so I did. He tells me you two met a Bodkin and did him a favor. Says he worked out how to make worm food in the process and all. That's blimmin' brilliant news. Why didn't he tell me sooner? If I didn't know better, I'd think he only had eyes for making fields. And he ain't given a single thought to them grassy meadows I love so much. But I ain't gonna give up that easy. I'll do me ma and pa, and their mas and pas before 'em proud. I'm going to turn this old island green. I'll need your help to do it, though. Worm food's made from grass seeds and night soil, right? Do me a gert big favor and make me one of them balls of worm food. Plonk 'em down somewhere away from your fields, and I'll turn the area around 'em into a lovely little lawn. If you're wondering where to get your hands on night soil, look no further than that pot in the tiny room we made. Don't worry about getting your hands dirty. You can clean them up with the towel you put in there. I find it pretty cool that they call it night soil, because a long time ago, they used human excrement as fertilizer for the fields. But they didn't call it that, they called it night soil, because they typically harvested it at night from the cesspits and such. Why, did you see that, Sari? We made that grass from scratch, so we did. And now I can keep making grass for as long as he can keep making worm food. Before long, we could have the whole island good and green. Oh my goodness. Did you make that worm food yourself, Sari? How did you do it? What in the world did you make it out of? What do you mean, you know what? If I knew, I wouldn't have asked you. Most impressive. The corruption has been purified, and grass grows upon the earth once more. Keep this up, and we shall have Furrowfield back in fine fettle before we know it. Yeah, not bad. When we're finished here, let's get this guy to work his magic back on the Isle of Awakening. Lulu will throw a fit. Aw, thanks everyone. I couldn't have done without your help. If we keep at it, we might be able to get some nice little flowers growing too. Flowers? I've always wanted to see flowers. I've only ever heard about them in stories. I can't wait for that day to come. Wait, something's coming. Oh, time for another fight. Who are these? Do I have any weapons? Okay. Let's see who doesn't have a weapon right now. You need a weapon. I'll give you a bar. Okay. You can't take a weapon. You've got one, you've got one. Alright, so there's just one more guy who needs a barbed blade. Oh, actually, another thing I managed to do was, I killed a super enemy in the swamp who's considered a mini-boss. And so he gave me the recipe to make a poison needle, which is the blade that I've got now. The poison needle has a very small chance to instantly kill any enemy. The only thing it can't kill is main bosses. Oh, he actually did have one. Alrighty then. My bad. It looks like the children of Hargon are massing up for a big attack, Sari. A real battle? Wait. A real battle? Finally! I'm so excited, I can't even! Do you reckon they want to, like, smash the whole farm up? I suspect that is exactly their intention. We must do everything within our power to defeat them. If you haven't already, would you do us a solid and kit us out with the sweetest weapons you can? The better our gear, the better our chances, right? What do you say, Sari? Are we ready for battle? Good. It's been ages since the last big fight, and I've been itching for some action. Let's get out there and make the most of it. Round one. Fight! Ow. I hate being paralyzed. few more. Get rid of the zappy boys. We won! And we leveled up. And I learned a recipe. The training togs. Oh, some more armor. Gosh, Sherry. That was an even tougher fight than the one before. It seems like the children of Hargon really have it in for us. It is lamentable, Rosie, and yet unavoidable. I do not see any way to broker a peace between us. Sari, do you know of the brainy baboon? I'm a mere pastor, but he is the primate of Furrowfield. Not only does he outrank me by far, but his control over the island is absolute. He is away at present, but when he returns, I will attempt to make him see reason. I may be able to convince him of the D-tree's value, but this mere sapling will not sway him. If I am going to stand any chance of proving its worth, we must grow the D-tree to her full height. Alright then, Al. So when are you actually going to get your hands dirty and start helping us? What? Yeah, Malroth's right. You live here on the farm with all the rest of us builders. When are you gonna join in? You expect me, an avatar of destruction, to become a builder? It is an interesting proposal. I will grant you that. Perhaps I may even consider it. One day. Alright, it's a deal. Come on, Sari. Let's grow 2 more types of crops, complete the pastor's tasks, and make this place the finest farm on Furrowfield. Let's do it, everyone! Alright. A few more things. I'm so glad we were able to defend ourselves against those awful monsters, but we might not be so lucky next time. That's why we need to find some more seeds and complete the pastor's tasks as soon as we can. I've been talking with the farmers who joined us recently, and they told me about a different crop we might be able to grow. Apparently, someone buried pumpkin seeds deep in the rainforest so the children of Hargon wouldn't find them. It's on the other side of Furrowfield Bog. Go and have a good look around over there and see if you can find us 30 pumpkin seeds, please. It were blimmin' scary when the children of Argon attacked, weren't it? None of us was that, though, and that's what matters. Do you remember what Rosie said about how we could have an harvest festival once we'd done all the stuff as we needed to do for the D-tree? Well, I can't blimmin' wait for it. I figured I could speed things along by helping you find them seeds you need. According to Pastor Al, there's an old bridge to the east of Furrowfield Bog, and they used to grow a different kind of crop, somewhere on the other side. Indeed. It is said there was a vast tomato farm that sprawled over the area to the east of the bog, until the children of Hargon destroyed it, that is. There may yet be seeds buried beneath the soil there. With the aid of your new friend Fluffy, you might just be able to find them. Just like sugarcane, there is a particular trick to growing tomatoes, or so I have heard. Alas, I have never seen them grown, and can offer you no guidance in this regard. I suggest you search the same area for someone who can tell you what must be done to help the seeds you find take root. Well, there you go then, Sari. The rest is up to you. Find us 30 tomato seeds and find out how to make them grow too. I can probably show that up later. I do have tomatoes. So everything is set. Actually, I'm gonna harvest some of these cabbages, because unlike the wheat, I can eat the cabbages raw. Okay, so the tomato seeds I need to right here. Let's get to work. Oi! You've got some nerve coming up to a big bad orc like me with that dopey grin on your face. So, is there something you want from me? Yeah. You're growing a new D tree, and you need to learn how to farm some more plants to finish the job. That's a pretty plucky thing for a scrawny little human like you to do. Don't you know that everyone here follows the children of Hargon? You've got guts, kid. So I'll tell you a thing or two that might come in handy. Once upon a time, this whole area used to be a tomato farm. If you look hard enough, you might even be able to find some seeds still buried around the place. If you do manage to find some tomato seeds, come back here and I'll show you how to grow them. What's that? You found some tomato seeds already? I've been waiting a long time for someone like you to come along. A human worthy of learning the ancient secrets of growing tomatoes. Alright. Listen carefully. To grow tomatoes, you need planting poles. You can't just stick the seeds in the ground and expect them to grow. Tomatoes can get pretty heavy. Too heavy for the vines to support them. If you don't place planting poles to hold them up, they'll collapse under their own weight. It also helps to dig a ditch around your plants. If you fill it with water, the soil will stay wet without needing to be watered. Rain can water your crops for you too, but the soil will still dry out over time. You can't expect the weather to do all your work for you. I've got a field right here, so why don't you try growing some tomatoes in it? You'll need a planting pole for each seed. There should be some still stuck in the ground around here, so go and get them. Alright, so let's grab those. I think I took all the planting poles. Oh, wait, no I didn't. No I didn't. Training your tomatoes. Tomatoes won't grow if you simply sow the seeds. You'll need to set planting poles in the soil first so they have something to twist their tendrils around. Let's get rid of these things. planting poles. And I can also plant the seeds. Alright! Looks to me like you've done everything that the orc said. You reckon they'll sprout now? Either way, let's tell that orc we've done everything he asked. You've made quite the little farmer, aren't you? You've made a perfect little tomato patch. Great going, Sari. Now we can grow tomatoes of our own. Say, you seemed awfully adept at setting up that veggie patch. And that's a very unique hammer you're carrying. You're not a builder, are you? Don't worry. I'm not one of those children of Hargon loons. I may be a monster. But I'm a Furrowfield native, born and raised. Another builder came to this island long, long ago. It's thanks to his efforts that things were as good here as they were. He always looked like he was half asleep, and he was a greedy so-and-so, always raiding the larder he was. But he was always ready to go the extra mile when you needed him. Raiding the larder? You couldn't stay mad at him for it, though. He could grow the finest crops you ever saw. One look at those succulent tomatoes, and all was forgiven. That's why I'm so excited for these ones to grow. I can't wait for a chance to taste builder-grown food again. I want you to grow as many as you can. These seeds aren't much use to me when my fingers are too fat to plant them. Oh, and there's one thing I forgot to mention. My friend lives in a cave on the east side of the swamp. She can teach you all about fertilizer, important stuff for farming. You should go see her. But if you ever want to know more about Furrowfield, feel free to talk to me again. I'll be more than happy to help. Alright, that guy's voice hurts my throat. Probably not going to do his voice again. Alright, we got some planting poles. Sorry, buddy, but I'm taking these. Don't be afraid, little human. I'm a friendly orc. I love nature and everything in it, including humans. And I've heard a rumor about you, that you're starting a new tomato farm. Let me tell you a helpful hint. If you want your vegetables to grow quicker, try using the stinky stuff that humans used to put on their fields long ago. Apparently, they made it out of night soil and wheat. Perhaps you could try making some yourself. If you do, come and show me, won't you? I've always wondered if it smells as bad as the stories say. And we have learned how to make fertilizer. Didn't want to do that. Wanted to warp. And let's go over here. Actually, no. First, I need to get the night soil. Yeah, it is pretty nice that there's a pretty simple fast travel system, and in the other islands, the teleporters are spread pretty evenly across the world. You guys keep multiplying. Like bloody rabbits. What's that smell? Could it be? Human, did you make some of this stinky stuff? Well, don't just stand there. Let's try it out. Put some of it on that tilled soil behind my bed. That's it! Human, you did it! All the tilled soil has been stinkified. Come back here and let's see if we can work out exactly what happened when you did that. It seems the stinky stuff can turn soil into hummus. How fascinating. Hummus is fantastic stuff. Any vegetables that planted in it will grow much faster than in normal soil. Roughly 4 times faster, in fact. You can use that stinky stuff to grow any plant in a flash. Not just vegetables, trees will shoot right up too. Use it well and you'll be a natural-born nature builder. That said, you're already an excellent builder. You made that stinky stuff all by yourself. All I did was tell you what was in it. I'd shake your hand, but knowing what went into making the stinky stuff, I know where they've been. Instead, I'll give you a present. A little gift to say thanks for letting me see that stinky stuff in action. Sweet, tomato seeds. I was planning on planting those in the soil next to my bed, but I'd rather not touch it anymore. And besides, my fingers are far too fat. Even if I managed to grow some tomatoes, I'd never be able to pick them without crushing them. I've always considered myself something of a naturalist. I love nature, and I like to think it loves me, but when it comes to actually growing something, I'm utterly hopeless. Fertile ground. Use fertilizer to turn soil into nutrient-rich humus that will accelerate the growth of trees and crops. It would seem that Pupper has found something. I didn't know there was that soil there. Alright, Pupper. Find me another one. Alrighty. That is 40. I can do with 40 for now. Hey Siri, look over there. Why do you reckon those Bodkin archers are loitering around like that? Come on, let's ask them and find out. A human approaches, and with good timing she does. Bodkin archers we are. Green-faced warriors, guardians of greenery and protectors of the green forest we are. But recently, to the children of Hargon, more and more of my warriors defect. Turn to the dark side they have. Oh my god. These guys are literally Yodas. The forest they vowed to protect. They destroy. Remain steadfast, we Bodkin archers do, but not so staunch were the Bodkin bowyers. And suffer them to remain we cannot. Need your help we do. Defeat the Bodkin bowyer traders, and a gift I will give you. An amazing item that can create a forest it is. Infest our forest, these purple-faced traders do. 10 of them you must defeat. Made Malroth take the shot on that one. Oh, yours. Six. Oh, he's up here. He's an ally. Alright, so this one, the answer is, to the puzzle is I need to put the blue flowers on each of the mossy ground. Oh, hey, dude. Goodbye, dude. Well fought, human. Bent on destroying the forest, these Bodkin bowyers were. But stop them you did. Know your secret, I do. A builder you are, yes? Mention a gift I did. Here. Acorns they are. Plant them in healthy soil you should, and grow a tree well. Plant enough, and a forest you shall have. And grow a forest you must, builder. Grassy meadows too. To the children of Hargon we must not give in. Remember the alliance you must. An ancient pact between the humans, the Bodkin archers, and the fat rats. Much more to say I have, young builder, but for a long time already I have been speaking. If for more knowledge you thirst, if to hear my tale you hunger, then speak with me again. I don't want to speak with you again. You talk too much. All of you talk too much. Alright, now we've got pumpkin seeds. What's that? Did you find a new kind of seed? That must be one of the pumpkin seeds that Rosie was talking about. I wonder what it was doing there. Maybe someone dropped it. Maybe they're still somewhere nearby. Let's take a look around. We might find some more seeds. I know exactly where they all are. But they won't highlight until the dog gets close. Come on, doggo. You know where you're going. We followed the trail all this way, but our phantom seed dropper is nowhere to be seen. What do you reckon? Shall we see if we can find anything else around here? Fluffy goes, grrr, woof, 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 woof. What's up, Fluffy? Is there something wrong with this gravestone? Hold on. Could this be where the guy who dropped all those seeds is buried? Huh? Sari, look over there. Hey, who's there? Show yourself. Oh no. You found me. Ooh, is that a Furrowfield retriever? No wonder you sniffed me out with such a good sniffer on your side. They're such capricious creatures, though. It isn't just anybody who can tame them and train them like this. Just who are you? You've come in search of pumpkin seeds? Is that so? When I was alive, I used to grow pumpkins. I would hide the seeds to keep them from the children of Hargon. Not only did they try to steal my seeds, they turned my beautiful church into an unholy shrine of destruction. Oh. If only there was a builder on the island, one who could repair the damage they've done. What? You're a builder? You don't look like one. In fact, you don't look like much at all. If you truly are a builder, perhaps you could restore the church to its original form. If you did, I could give you some seeds in return. Meet me in the church. I will explain what you must do. Alright, that happened. And this is my tombstone now. Also, the game doesn't tell you this. I know, right? You don't look like much at all. I think I've got more of a body than you, buddy. Yeah, The game doesn't tell you, but he, once you finish the, thing here, this guy tells you that the stairway collapsed long ago. This is the stairway into his little secret chamber. And it leads right out the back. So, yeah, I just, I collected all his pumpkin seeds without having to do anything for him. Except that the game is very much a, but thou must situation. So, I actually have to do the quest for him in order for anything to happen. Sort of. So in the desert island, which is the one after this one, where you go to get some metal, you go into a big mine shaft, and that's considered like the majority of the land. And there's monsters that are unique to the mine that don't appear on the surface of that island. And it's the same with the randomly generated islands that you can visit much later, that are modeled after that island. On this one, however, the only thing you'll see that's technically underground is ants. Like you'll only see unique underground monsters in pre-generated caves. At least in my experience. I've dug some pretty deep caves, and I haven't had any monsters spawn in the ones I've dug. Behold, builder, the children of Hargon have turned my holy altar into this hideous abomination. It just won't do. Hideous? I don't know about that. I think that statue looks kind of cool. Well, I can't stand it. And I want you to smash it into pieces. If anyone doesn't recognize the voice I'm trying to mimic here, it's Phantomon from the first season of Digimon, the servant of Myotismon. It's not just the statue, builder. I want you to rebuild this entire altar to something more suitable. If you really are a builder, then this should be a piece of cake for you. Sarah draws out a holy altar blueprint. Alright, I know how to fix this. Ooh, this must be a blueprint. It looks just like the old church altar. The old goddess statue and altar are still hidden in the storeroom at the back of the church, behind some crates. You can use them to complete the blueprint and restore the altar to its former glory. Alright, so let's get rid of this one. That. That. Much prettier. That was easy. And the lighting is much less sinister now. Ooh, my altar's as good as new. Thank you. Thank you again, Builder. It was amazing to watch you at work. This church was constructed long, long ago by a builder who came to Furrowfield, you know. In fact, he made everything around here. He turned the whole island from a barren wasteland into a bountiful utopia. But if a builder did all that, how come everyone... Using the damn ghost voice from Malroth. I gotta keep an eye on who's speaking. But if a builder did all that, how come everyone around here believes they bring nothing but desolation and despair? Well, that's a long story. Hold that thought. We've got company.
Huh.
That's a big skeleton! What is the meaning of this abominable altar? Yeah, let's just go with that. Malroth is mocking the ghost voice. What do you boneheads think you're doing? Destroying our unholy altar to Hargon. And even worse, building something new in its place. Ugh. It's the children of Hargon again. Come on, Sari. Let's teach Bone Boy here a lesson. Oh. I think I taught Bone Boy a lesson. I fucking one-shot him. He's a mini-boss. This is why the poison needle is overpowered. That was supposed to be a mini-boss fight, and it lasted all of 30 seconds. Ooh, I was so scared there. I thought I might die. Again. Thanks for fighting off those fanatics, Builder. And thanks to you, too. You may have pointy ears and strange, spooky eyes, but you certainly know a thing or two about fighting. What are you, anyway? There's such a powerful aura of destruction about you. What are you getting at? I'm just me. Well, if you say so. You've both been such a huge help to me. I owe you my own life. It's not much, but I want you to have these.
Yay!
And I got 10 more pumpkin seeds. There are more where those came from if you want them. They're hidden underground in the catacombs. You'll have to tear up the floor to get them. But they're all yours. Just promise you'll plant them in good soil and water them every day. If only you could grow a new D tree and hold a harvest festival too. I'd be so happy. I think I'd depart this world altogether. What? You're planning to do exactly that? And I can come and join in when you do? I'm so happy I could... Wait, is this a trick? Are you trying to make me so ecstatic that I disappear for good? Sorry, I'm just being paranoid. I hope to see you again soon. Good luck with your mission. And don't forget the pumpkin seeds in the basement.
Don't worry, Mr. Ghost. I didn't. I stole them already.
So you probably noticed there's certain blocks that I can't hit yet. Like, these tiles. I can't mine those yet because they're too strong for my hammer. Just like with many RPGs, your tools get improved over time. So there's three main exploration type islands, like these main like campaign islands, aside from the hub island itself. Every subsequent island, I upgrade my hammer. The only exception being this island, because this island. Or, the exception is this island because I first got the hammer just as I was about to leave the main hub island. Okay, so... I've got a fair few seeds now. Oh, whoops! That could have been on a pain in the butt later. I forgot to grab the warp point. Oh, the game wants me to actually go through the thing. Alright, game, I'll go through the floor. Happy now? I went through the... Oh. Did I not open that? Oh, I did. Oh, I actually got oh, shit. Alright. I can't talk to the quest guy with you guys all standing there. There we go. Blimmin' Exary! You did it! You braved Furrowfield Bog and brought back the tomato seeds. You asked an orc how to grow them, too. You're lucky you didn't get eaten. Well, at least you found out how it's done. You did find out, didn't you? We need them to grow properly to get the D tree all powered up. So go ahead and get them growing. Wow, Sari, you found all the pumpkin seeds we need. Now we're one step closer to restoring the D tree to its original majestic glory. Where did you find all these seeds anyway? There was a ghost guarding them? They must have meant a lot to him when he was alive for him to keep watch on them after death. Which means he must really have faith in you to entrust something so important to you. So don't let it down. Treat those pumpkins with the care they deserve. Pastor Al tells me they should be quite easy to grow. You just need to plant the seeds in tilled earth and water them, just like cabbages and wheat. But let's get to it. Alright. You went all the way to Furrowfield Bog to find those pumpkin seeds, Sari. It would be a shame not to plant them all. Yes, Sari. You have done well to recover those seeds. The children of Hargon have been trying to destroy them for a long time now. When you plant them, you will be one step closer to seeing the D tree completed. Your hard work will not only produce vegetables, but also bear fruit. You heard the pastor, Sari. Let's plant those pumpkin seeds. I want to see them sprout. So, when are you gonna plant them tomato seeds you braved the bog for? Ah, the tomato. My one weakness. I've never so much as seen a tomato, so I can offer no guidance on how they are grown. I suggest you try whatever method you learned in Furrowfield Bog. Hang on a minute, Pastor Al. I thought you knew everything there was to know about growing plants and all that. I'm starting to think you're not the all-knowing oracle you made yourself out to be. Have you really earned the rights to wear those dracky-decorated robes? Silence, mortal! When did I make such claims? I merely stated that I know almost everything. Bluminick! Have mercy, Pastor Al. Please, I didn't mean it. So, Sari, the orc you met in the bog taught you all about how to use planting poles, right? In that case, I'll leave you to it. Set up one of them poles and see if we can't grow a tomato seed into a tomato sprout. I mean, we've already got a few, but okay. Let us fertilize a little bit of this. Double crap! Can't seem to place it right. There we go. I wanted to place the planting poles so that they were all perfectly aligned. If you, they face the back end of whatever you're facing. Also, it's kind of cool that, without really meaning to, I managed to make a, get the perfect size for the fertilizer. Or at least the width. Not the perfect length. Oh well. Can you guys get on the tilling here? Oh, right, that's why. Same deal I said before. They don't like tilling the ground. If the ground happens to coincide with the edge of the map. Alright. You guys are getting killed. I don't appreciate people trying to bombard my base. I do find it rather amusing that these cabbages are almost as big as I am. Right? Yippee! We did it, Sarah! We did it! Furrowfield Farm is back and better than ever. And we've done everything we need to keep the D-Tree happy, too. Huh? Look, Sari, there's so much power flowing through the D-Tree. Let's go and have a closer look. It's so beautiful. It's more wonderful than I ever imagined. Blimey. All the energy from the plants we grew has flowed into the D-Tree. I'm just about moved to tears thinking about it. Wahaha! Perhaps we can restore life and light to the island after all. We shall drive the ill wind from these fair shores once and for all. The D-Tree's growth proceeds apace. Perhaps with time it will reach its full size and its full strength. But I fear the children of Hargon will seek to destroy it long before then. I must consult with the brainy baboon before it is too late. But before that, it's party time. Today is the day Furrowfield Farm's finally back on its feet. If that ain't If that ain't enough to warrant an harvest festival, I don't know what is. Well said, Perry. Hear me, humans. It is time for us to celebrate a job well done. Nice little tune there. Thanks so much for all your help completing Pastoral's tasks. I really appreciate it. Hee. And you look pretty pleased too. Just look at that grin on your face. Seems like someone's been looking forward to the Harvest Festival. But we can't start the celebrations just yet. I think some of the other villagers have things they want to do before we begin. And as our resident builder, you're the only one who can turn their dreams into reality. As soon as you finish seeing to everyone's needs, we can start the party. Yes, the seed sprouted. We've grown a little pumpkin plant. I've heard so much about pumpkins. Apparently they taste great when you grill them, and they're really good for you too. I can't wait to try some for myself. Soon enough, we'll have the D-Tree back to full strength, but I'm not sure what will happen then. I've been studying it day and night to try to figure out its mysteries. Speaking of mysteries, the ghost back in the graveyard mentioned something strange. He said there was a builder who lived on this island long ago, and he's the one who turned it into a utopia. But if that's true, Then when did everyone start believing that builders spread desolation and despair? If you ask me, it's not just the D tree that's shrouded in mystery. This story about the builder is, too. Hey, what do we need to do for read? Why, Sari, what's that I smell? Have you found an acorn, have you? If you plant an acorn in nice, healthy soil, you'll get a nice, healthy tree for your troubles. That's another great way to green up the island, so 'tis. As far as I'm concerned, acorns are the next best thing after worm food when it comes to greenery growing. So go right ahead and fill this farm with trees. You just have to put an acorn in good soil to get a tree growing, but it takes forever for them to grow to full size. If you're not a fan of waiting, you can always use some fertilizer before you plant the acorn. Then your tree will shoot right up, so it will. Sari, Wiggly. I couldn't help but overhear you talking about planting trees, and I just wanted to let you know that I think that's an absolutely wonderful idea. But if we're going to go through all the trouble of growing a grove of trees, why stop there? What I really want is a way to play with them. Wow, now ain't that a fine idea? Let's grow ourselves a nice big tree and dangle something off it to make a lovely little playground. Alright, I have learned how to make a swing. Go on to the tree. Alright, everybody, I think I can accommodate most of that. Let's just get the other seeds planted. Gotta get my crops. And I definitely want to get a lot of tomatoes and pumpkins growing because they're the ones that I want to do in order to make great grilled greens. Which down on my action bar, it's the salad plate that has the star above it, which restores more health and more stamina. Doing sugar cane there. Let's register for that. Let's make sure each scarecrow is assigned to the one it should. Excuse me? Look at these bonehead monsters. They don't even realize that they can go up the stairs. And because of that, they died. Because that's what happens to dumb monsters. And I will cook a nice fish. Now I have made a nice fish stick. I mean, need those for health, just in case. Getting Sari! The tomato seeds have sprouted! That's blimmin' fantastic! Once those sprouts are fully grown, they will bear fruit. Plump, juicy, blood-red tomatoes. The beauty of flavor in a freshly picked tomato cannot be overstated. I hope you haven't forgotten our promise, Sari. Once we're done rebuilding Furrowfield Farm, we're having an harvest festival. Seems like everyone used to get dressed up dead fancy on the day of the festival back in the day and dance till daybreak. I've heard the costumes were pretty exciting. I went from really southern with Perry's accent to kind of like Irish. It's fun to imagine what these air-raising, spine-tingling costumes might have looked like, ain't it? Hang on a minute. Don't give me that look. I wasn't imagining anything appropriate, was I, Pastor Al? Don't bring me into this, you mud-minded miscreant. I haven't the least insight or interest in your frivolous fantasies. Well, anyway. Go on, Sari. Plant plenty of tomatoes and get us ready for the harvest festival. Alrighty. I have planted many tomatoes. I will talk to Bonanza now. Eye-watering whack-a-light, Sari. Furrowfield Farm is looking finer than ever. The long-awaited harvest festival approaches. Which brings me to my request. Though I'm sure you already have some inkling as to what it might be. That's right, my girl. I need you to ring the builder's bell. Send our building skills skyrocketing and bring more willing workers to our farm. Something tells me your next bell ringing will bring about a building renaissance of sorts. Don't ask me why. It's just a feeling I have. So, Sari, your mission is clear. Fulfill your fellow villagers' requests, earn their gratitude, and ring the builder's bell once more. Sari, you've done it again. The people of Furrowfield are filled with more building power than ever before. I, for one, am overflowing with an uncontrollable urge to build. I just need to make something. Hopefully, we can find a constructive outlet for this constructive urge. I'm eager to see what opportunities present themselves. By the way, Sari, have you given any further thought to the matter we discussed before? I'm talking, of course, about who should be our mayor. I'm sure you'd agree I've got the best beard for the job. I see that enigmatic smile upon your lips, young lady. I take it this means you approve of my appointment. Absolutely not. Pastor Al. Any leader worth following is chosen not by the bushiness of his beard, but by those he would lead. I suggest you take some time to reflect upon this fact and reconsider your approach. Pastor Al, how could you dash my dreams so cruelly? But I will not give up. Sari, rest assured, I shall do what it takes to become the finest mayor this village could ask for. Alright. That was a very long-winded conversation. I can't tell you how much I'm looking forward to the Harvest Festival, Sari. Rosie says they used to make decorations out of pumpkins and put them all around the village to get everyone in an harvesty mood. If we're going to do this festival, we might as well do it right. So how about it, Sari? Can you think of anything pumpkin-y we can decorate the village with? Just do me this one favor and I'll never ask anything of you ever again. If you come up with something special, stick 3 of them around the farm and get it all looking harvesty. And now I have a jack-o'-lantern. Hello, Sari. Furrowfield Farm is looking lovely lately. It's almost time to hold the Harvest Festival, and I can't think of a better place for it. But there was one little thing, that is to say, I wanted to ask you if you wouldn't mind. I want you to make some bunting and decorate the entire village with it so that it looks as festive as it possibly can. I finally worked up the courage to ask. Lily was right all along. If there's something I want to say, I just need to jolly well say it. So there you have it. I want you to make at least 30 pieces of bunting and string them between every building in the village. Alright, and what about you? Hello, Sari. I was just thinking of asking you something. How in the world did you know? Pastor Al says that he expects great things of me. Apparently, it's my time to shine. I couldn't agree more. It's time for me to step out of my sister's shadow and stride forth as a strong, independent woman who don't need no man. The first thing I will need is a room of my own. I'm not too fussy about the furniture. A simple stool, some straw bedding, and a torch to do the job. Oh, and obviously I'll need a nameplate too, hanging on the wall inside so that everyone knows whose room it is. Sari, I'd be ever so grateful if you could build me a room that is mine and mine alone. Oh, and don't forget to write my name on the nameplate. I don't want there to be any confusion as to who the room belongs to. This is where I run into a little bit of confusion every time I play the game. Because I have all the necessary stuff. But it doesn't flag. It's loading, right? Okay, simple stool, straw bedding. So, she specifically does not want a sconce. That's the weird thing with some of these missions. Some of them, you can put a variety of different things. You don't have to put the exact item they're asking, as long as it's similar. So, like, if I had this bed, it doesn't have to be the straw bed when they're asking for a bed. It could be like a rustic bed or another type of bed. But some of these missions say you have to do exactly this item. There we go. Oh my goodness! You built a room for me! And it's just like I asked. Thank you ever so much, Sari. Why not build rooms for the others, too? You just need to hang a nameplate on the room and write someone's name on it, and everyone will know it belongs to them and them alone. By the way, Sari, some of the other villagers mentioned that you and Malroth came here to find some people to help you grow a little greenery on your island. Well, I'd be more than happy to help. I'd love to see more of the world, so when you're ready to go back home, don't hesitate to invite me along. Now that I've done that, screw you, you're getting a sconce. You're gonna like it! So one of the things I need for the tree... Oh my god! Big enough lineup, guys? Oh. Everybody here is waiting for not the toilet, but the bathroom. That was a large amount of people. All of the greenery. Like some hummus. Likewise. Ow. You can't artillery me. Only I can artillery me. Alright, so those have been planted down. Let's plant one more for good luck. That one doesn't need to be in the hummus. But those will grow in 1/4 the time. Now, we also have a large amount of grass. Trees are growing a little bit. Still got plenty to go though. Oh, now that I have that one bit of dirt, And get rid of that one that was annoying me. Out of my way. Need to collect your crap. Alright, I can't collect yours. I unfortunately need to wait for some pumpkins in order to, well, make some jack-o'-lanterns. Kind of hard to do that without them. Well, let's see. What can I do in the meantime? I could go over to the bog, explore around, maybe get some more stuff. Didn't mean to immediately get myself stuck. Oh, actually, one thing I could do. There's one more mini boss. On this world. I can go over to that mini boss and I can get the recipe for super armor. If I remember right, it is over there. Go directly where I'm headed. The mini bosses are often very difficult to defeat. And, they have a lot... well, they're very difficult to beat because they have a lot of health. They also often have unique mechanics. Like, this guy does not fight like your average crab. He can summon allies, and he can also give them a massive defense boost. Which, speaking of, I'm gonna give myself one too. And he's got his shield up, which I can't really hurt him from the front. wasn't expecting, I wasn't paying attention to my experience. Almost level 10. I got a pot lid. A little shield accessory. To my knowledge, the poison needle can actually still kill these guys instantly, but it has an extremely low chance to proc compared to normal enemies. There we go. That probably killed a little time, especially with the hummus quartering the time to get my my pumpkins. Yeah, there we go. Oh yeah, someone wanted bunting. I believe. Just in case. Nope, same recipe. Alright, I can put that in there then. Thanks for the food, suckers! Except not really. Oh, and the tree is now grown. I've now made a tree swing. Ooh-ah! Ooh-ah! Now ain't that a sight to behold? We got our own little leafy play park. Cool, that tree's a proper beauty. It looks good, it smells good, and it ain't rotten and yellow like the rest of the trees are. How kind of you... Oh? How kind of you, Sari. You made a swing, and even grew a tree to hang it from, just for me. Thank you ever so much. Why stop here, though? I wouldn't mind seeing the whole place turned into a flourishing forest. But how would we go about doing that, do you suppose? If only you could make a girt big field of grass and trees in one fell swoop instead of having to plant the seeds one by one. Surely you could think of something, Sari. Maybe you could come up with just another kind of worm food as do the job. A woody goody. Let's make us some bunting. Normally the buildings don't count any wall hangings that are above the second block, but this particular mission is only flagged to check if they're placed inside the boundaries of the base in the first place. Oh my! Thank you, Sari. With all this beautiful bunting everywhere, it feels like the Harvest Festival is here already. Just picturing everyone celebrating among these dazzling decorations fills me with so much joy. I can hardly wait. I know I ought to have asked you this already, but how did you come to Furrowfield in the first place, Sari? Goodness, you and Malroth sailed here on a ship? But the children of Hargon strictly forbid humans from sailing. The very act of traveling from one island to another is the highest heresy. Still, I must say, I'm rather jealous. I've always wanted to go for a ride on a boat. I hear there is a great glittering city called Moonbrook on an island far to the east of here. I've always dreamed of going to visit. But they say if the children of Hargon ever catch someone sailing on the seas, they lock them up and throw away the key. And you know how much they hate builders. I shudder to think of what they do to you. Be very wary, Sari. Alright. Pumpkin! You just wait a moment. I'm not done. I know I finished the quest, but I actually want to add a few more pumpkins. Rude! I go for the skeletons first, because they can actually break my stuff. Aha! Pumpkins everywhere! Okay, now I can turn in the quest. Blimmin' Sari! These jack-o'-lanterns look even better than I imagined. With these things liven the place up, the Harvest Festival's sure to be a success. Make more of them if you like. You can never be too prepared for a party. Oh, and speaking of preparations, do you remember what Pastor Al said about how people used to get dressed up in air-raising clover for the Harvest Festival? Well, I've been doing some research, and I reckon I've figured out exactly what it is they all used to wear. Do we all have to wear these costumes? I'm not really a fan of fancy dress. Blimey, there's always a potty pooper, ain't there? Come on, don't be such a killjoy. Be careful what you call me, Perry, or I'll show you joy is not the only thing I can kill. There's no need for violence, Mr. Malroth, sir. Let's not do anything rash now. Anyway, thanks for making the jack-o'-lantern, Sari. And look forward to the costumes, won't you? Furrowfield Farm is finally finished, Sari, and the D tree is bigger than ever. We can finally hold a harvest festival. I've been waiting for this moment all my life. It's alright with you if we start right away, isn't it? Yeah, let's do it. It's been a long road, but we finally made it. It's all thanks to you, Sari. Without your help, we never would have been able to grow the D tree as big and strong as this. Thank you so much. And the island's only gonna get greener from here. Just thinking about how bright and beautiful it'll be makes me so happy I could cry. I was thinking, Sari, once all our work here is all finished and Furrowfield is back on track, do you think I could go back to your island with you? I'd always dreamt of rebuilding the farm, and now that I have, I know I can't stop. I want to spread life and light to every corner of the world. But there will be time for all of that later. Right now, we've got a party to hold. Everyone, it's time for the Harvest Festival. Yay! The people of Furrowfield take their hoes in hand and gather around the D tree to begin the long-awaited celebrations. We all have pumpkin heads. What do you think, Sari? Isn't this the best harvest festival ever? I'm having so much fun. These pumpkin masks are absolutely hilarious. But there's a deeper meaning to them too. Apparently, they help you to become a better farmer by letting you experience things from the vegetable's perspective. I'm not sure that works that way. Anyway, it's nearly time for the main event. We're all going to gather all the crops we've been growing. After all, it wouldn't be a harvest festival without a harvest. And I expect you to join in too. We'll pick all the crops that are growing around the scarecrows. But if you've planted anything anywhere else, or if we miss anything, I'm counting on you to collect it. So let's get to it. Everyone, it's harvest time! Wow, me handsome. Just look at all these lovely fields you've made. You should be blimmin' proud of yourself. And it's not just these fields we have to thank you for. We can grow grass and trees too. For a wiggly like me, it's a dream come true. It feels like the old Furrowfield is bursting up out of the ground. If only we had some flowers, then it really would be just like the old days. But there will be time to think about that later, won't there? Won't there, me handsome? For now, let's just be happy to see the D tree standing tall again. I trust you're enjoying the festivities, Sari. After all your hard work, you've earned a chance to relax and let off some steam. That mask suits you, by the way. I would have liked to wear one myself, truth be told, but we couldn't find a pumpkin the right size. Sari, Maroth told me I should cease acting as a mere overseer and join you in your building work. Watching you and Rosie building together, working together, seeing the things you built, a thought began to form in my mind. A dream is a wonderful thing to have, and there is little in this world more beautiful than to see one's dreams become reality. And so, Sari, I asked to join you. I want to be a builder. I want to go back to your island with you and build to my heart's content. But, in order to do so, I must first speak with the children of Hargon, and I will need to enlist your aid once again. Alright, let's harvest stuff. Let's harvest all the things. Alright, you guys got those. Look at you guys. You can only harvest one at a time. I can harvest several. Oh, Ghosty. It's you. Hello again. Do you remember me? We met at the church. I heard the singing and shouting and just had to check for myself. You're holding a harvest festival, aren't you? Beautiful. Please, let me join your festival. No, wait. Let me join your farm. There might be times when the villagers can't see me, but I'll still be here looking out for them. I'll scare off any monsters who try to attack with a spine-tingling woo. Thank you for letting me stay, Sari. Now let's enjoy the festival. Ooh. And we now have another party member. He is named Ghost. Just the Ghost. And that's all it need be. Alright, so everybody has picked their stuff. Okay. Hooray! We finished collecting all the crops. The Harvest Festival is a resounding success. And now, we've done everything we need to do. What do you say, Sari? Shall we officially bring things to a close? Yes. Okay, let's ask Bonanza to put that beautiful voice of his to good use for the closing ceremony. Bonanzo! 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 The people of Furrowfield sing and dance around the D-Tree, celebrating the powers of creation that have brought them so much happiness. Bonanzo steps forward and entrances everyone with a song of unparalleled beauty that echoes across the island into the night. I cannot believe that Bonanza was a good singer. I don't know why I don't believe it, but I don't believe it. But amid the sea of smiling faces, a barely perceptible cloud of concern sits upon Pastor Al's brow. Then, morning... Oh no, we've been cut off. Alakazam! That's a big baboon. Pastor Alakazam! How dare you! Yeep! What's that? A tree? Fields? You've been building, haven't you? My lord, please. If you would just allow me to explain. I think not. But... Tell me, Alakazam, what do we of the children of Hargon value above all else? Destruction, my lord. Destruction alone can save us. All must be destroyed. Aha! Yes, then your duty is clear. You must destroy this farm and everything in it. I cannot. Ah, is that so? Then be gone. My lord! Oh shit, he killed Pastor Al. Pastor Al! It seems if you want something done, you must do it yourself. No! The D-Tree! In the name of High Priest Hargon, all shall be destroyed. Were you not warned, foolish humans? Builders spread desolation and despair wherever they roam. Go forth, my minions. Crush these pathetic humans in the name of Almighty Hargon. Well, that was rude of him.
Come on, boys. Let's smash some skulls.
All right. So we're gonna finish this battle, and then I'm probably gonna finish up for the night because it's getting pretty late. Oh. It looks like the children of Hargon have us surrounded, Sari. We've no choice but to fight them. Are you ready to take them down? Hell yeah, I am. They killed our pastor. I've never felt this feeling before, Sari. What they did to Al, what they did to the D-Tree, I won't let them get away with this. I'll destroy the lot of them. I just realized I forgot to, 1 minute! I forgot to build actual armor. I haven't changed my armor since the very beginning of the game. Defense 5 versus 23 and a bonus 5. Yeah, I think I better take that. Hey, not gonna lie, you guys did pretty well considering I was, you know, AWOL for a bit. Oh, much better. I take a lot less damage now. Okay. A little over half killed. Or actually, well over half. We got 10 dudes left. That skeleton just kind of fell apart. There we go. All of them dead. They didn't last long. It was hardly even a fair fight. But I don't get it. I just took out a small army of children of Hargon scumbags, but I still feel funny. Oh. Sari, we should check on Pastor Al. It seems this is it for me. No, please, Pastor Al, don't leave us. Don't worry, young Rosie. This is not the end. Not yet. The D-Tree may have been destroyed, but the hope that it brought you all still remains. Balroth, you asked me once where the D-Tree originally came from, whether it simply sprouted out of the ground, or if it was made by some other means. The first D-Tree did not grow. It was built by the builder who came to this island long ago.
Huh?
What? Sari, young builder, I want you to have this. I got a windbreaker. Soar the skies and discover new secrets. With that windbreaker, you can take to the skies. You may need it if you are to build another D-tree from the ground up. You want us to build another D-tree? But we can't do that all on our own. We need you, Pastor Al. Don't leave us. Rosie, my dear apprentice, I have taught you all I know. Now it falls to you to aid Sari. I know you can do this. But I... Was this not your dream? To bring back the D-tree? To rebuild Furrowfield Farm? Do not give up on your dreams. Do not seek excuses. Seek only a way forward. Sari, look after Rosie for me. Look after everyone. May have only been for one night, but I'm happy I was able to become a builder. And thus, Pastor Al has died. Pastor Al, no! The pastor was a great leader to us all. I only hope I can become as bold and inspiring a figure as he was. We should never have built nothing. If we hadn't planted that D-tree, none of this would have happened. Let's go, Sari. I'm going to clobber that brainy baboon so hard his own mother wouldn't recognize him. I'm going to get revenge for Pastor Al. Malroth, wait. Pastor Al told us to rebuild the D-tree. He said to build a new one from scratch. I know, but... There's somewhere I want you two to go. Alright then, Rosie. Where do you want us to go? Pastor Al once told me that the old D-tree wasn't completely destroyed. It may have withered and died, but its remains are still around here somewhere. Pardon me? If you were to find it, you might be able to find some clue about how to build a new one. Alright then, let's give it a shot. It's not like we have any other choice. I know you can do it, Sari. If the builder who came here long ago could build a D-tree, you can too. Alright, new mission. If we want to build a D-tree, we're going to have to build it ourselves. Once we do, we can restore a life and light to the whole island. The only problem is, how are we going to find this old tree if none of us know where it is? I'm not sure, but something tells me that windbreaker Pastor Al gave you will help you get there. We're going to need some more information than that. Where exactly are we supposed to use it? Oh, are you not talking about what I think you're talking about, are you? If you're looking for the old D-tree, I've got an idea where you should start your search. Breaking wind. Press A when you're in midair to deploy the windbreaker and you'll glide around like a bird on the wing. Right up on the tube into Argon took me from one end of this island to the other, and everywhere in between. I think I caught a glimpse of the old D-tree on my travels. It wasn't actually on this island, though. It was on a littler island just off the coast. Too far to swim, mind ye, so wingless wonders like us can't get there. Ah, but if you use the windbreaker, you can just fly over there. You've been to Furrowfield Bog, haven't you, Sari? And he met the orc in the old tomato farm, didn't he? If you walk to that farm, then head east out into the rainforest, you'll see a path up to the north that leads to the top of a rocky headland. You should be able to spot the island as the D-tree's on from there. Fly over with that windbreaker of yours. Off you go then, you two. Oh, off you go then, you two. Fly to that little island, find the old D-tree, and find out how to build a new one. New destination. Alright. With that, I am finished for the night. I think with what just happened, that's a pretty good place to call it. Plus, I've been streaming for almost 3 hours at this point. So, thank you to everyone who came in, took a look at the chat, whether you just lurked or if you were actually chatting. I really appreciate it. You know, want to keep more? Keep following. This was supposed to be a Friday stream, but I wasn't able to stream on Friday, so I rolled it over to today. Wednesday is usually when I stream whatever I'm in the mood for at the time, and Friday is currently dedicated to Dragon Quest builders. Uh, thanks again, everyone, and I will see you the next time I'm live. Bye bye.